Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another episode of A Plague Tale Innocence. I had so much fun recording the first episode, and I'm glad you're here. If you're here for the second episode, and if you're not and you don't care, you can fuck off to a different video. So let's go ahead and get right into it.
The village must be further on. Someone there should be able to help us find the rentiers. Hugo. Hugo?
Mummy won't be happy when she finds out I fell in the water.
Well, let's not mention it when we see her, all right? Come on. First we have to get dry.
Okay, so we were last seen jumping into this river, running for our lives from the enemy, I'm assuming antagonist, the Inquisition. We also saw, but didn't see, Mother get murdered. Again, conspiracy theory on that she is still alive. And we also learned that our brother Hugo, we were separated from him because he's sick, but he's not contagious. We don't know what it is. He might be special. That's just the trope that I see playing out. So just like before in the first episode, I will be going over little historical facts and things to find for achievements. So right over here is going to be a gift. In this episode, there will be one gift, 2 curiosities, and 1 hidden achievement. And obviously there will be an achievement for collecting all the gifts and curiosities and anything else we find to pick up during this whole game series. So a couple of things that I want to discuss as we go through this game. Going more over the Black Plague and kind of tying it into the Inquisition. So just a little historical information on that, and just, you know, again, if you do not know what the Black Plague is, hop off this video, go fucking look it up, and you'll know what it is. It's basically a disease spread by rats, but caused by bacteria, which in turn happened because people were unhygienic due to lack of indoor plumbing, sewers not being institutionalized, and again, just lack of cleanliness. Okay, so again, go look it up for further investigation on that.
There must be a lot of people.
Okay, so when you get to the little town, it's not super big. For like a second there, I thought I got lost, but there'll be wraparounds to get back. When you first enter the the area, the little town, people start to run away into their houses, and they're not letting you in, even though you address that you are from the Lord de Rune's house. So it turns out that really doesn't matter. Again, we don't know if this town where we are is in relation to the Lord, but yeah, I mean, people aren't letting you in. And as you go through the town, you realizing that why is there a stigma towards you? And why aren't people letting you in? Why are these villagers paranoid? Etc. and so forth. So, as we go through, this part, we're just trying to get to the area where the smoke is.
They're hiding.
And in order to do that, we need to go through this town.
We waited too long. I told you we need to leave.
And go where?
We lose
Someone's
everything.
there.
We'll come back.
Please help us! I know you're there!
Who is it? Sod off! I don't want people to see you on my doorstep.
Oh, what a horrible man. Come on, Hugo.
As you go through the town, you'll notice that you can interact with some of the doors, but no one is letting you in. And that's on purpose. That's not till you get to the smoke where more action will happen, but we'll wait for that when we get there.
What has gotten to you?
In this area where we're at right here, where the man yells from the window, is going to be another the first curiosity for this episode, and it's going to be the soap. I find it a little hilarious that, because I stumbled upon this game in my Steam, because I was like, I have credit, I want to find a game I can play. It's hilarious that I stumbled upon this game, literally called A Plague Tale, and we're literally still in the middle of coronavirus. I don't know, I just thought that was a little ironic, but I digress. So that is the only curiosity you're gonna find in this town. The next curiosity will be for later, so don't worry, we'll get there when we get there. Before we get to the smoke, though, there is going to be a hidden achievement in this town. And so notice if you've been watching like the actual playthrough as you're listening to my voice, we just did a total wraparound. The entire area, we're back to square one. And so basically what we want to do is we want to go ahead and go back. I just did another wraparound because, again, I was getting lost. We want to go in the other direction. And so right here we notice that parts of the town with X's on it were basically places that had plague, and that was to warn people to not enter that area because, again, at the time people didn't really understand how the plague was spread. They just knew that it was contagious. So here we are getting to the area for the hidden achievement. So the hidden achievement is when you find this apple tree, and the hidden achievement is going to be feeding the hungry. So you interact with the tree, you grab an apple, give it to your brother, and he eats it, and boom, you get the achievement. I don't know what it is about the wonderful crisp sound of someone biting into an apple. I'm not really into ASMR, but like that's biting into an apple sound. I don't know. I find it like very satisfying, I guess. I don't know, guys. I'm just here, just giving my thoughts and comments. By the way, if you like the commentary, the little historical facts, or just the sound of my voice, my white girl voice, please leave a comment.
Good Lord.
I'll be damned. You're the rest of them.
What? No, wait, we're just looking for someone.
And you found him. It's your damn music what brought them out, huh? Those dirty vermin that invaded our church. That filth would attack our children in their beds and gave them the black thing. But now you found Conrad Malfort. And I'm telling you, this is the last village you'll infect.
Amicia!
Come on. Run, Hugo!
So let's talk about that scene real quick. So the burning of the stake. So during this time when the Black Plague had reached Europe, the biggest scapegoat, the biggest blame for people that people wanted to put the blame on for the Black Plague was mainly Jewish people. It was mainly Jewish people and heretics. And so what had happened during this time, because the blame of the Black Plague being on the Jews were being targeted. Jews were being burnt at the stake. They were either going to die because they were assumed to have been poisoning people with the Black Plague, or they would have to basically get baptized, basically convert to Christianity, which is both horrible on either end, right? Obviously, no one wants to lose their life, but at the same time, you shouldn't have to change your religion for fear of losing your life. Like, both situations are both terrible. And I know this is, again, the 1300s. I mean, old people, races, whatever. Okay, it's still no fucking excuse. It's disgusting all the way around. I don't care if it was in the fucking ancient times, medieval times, modern times. Racism, prejudice against religions, all of that is just fucking disgusting, okay? It's disgusting. So,
we have to find a way out of here.
Sorry, I'm a little heated because I didn't know that. I don't know. Like, it has been obviously so long since we talked about the when I was in school. The last time I ever heard about the Black Plague was like, oh, it's been a minute, okay? It's been a while. All I remember is that it was caused by people being gross and rats and just disgustingness. And then later on I learned it was just caused by bacteria. However, just the fact that people want to blame somebody else for something that is a natural thing at the time. They didn't know that. However, it's just overall disgusting. Like, the whole idea is disgusting. Anyway, sorry, I don't want to get too upset about it. But anyways, let's get to the irony of this, okay? So they burn people at the stake, again, Jewish people, and heretics, but mostly Jewish people.
Yes.
And once they realized that Jewish people were also dying of the Black Plague, they were like, so it can't be the Jewish people. They wouldn't murder their own people. Obviously, they wouldn't. Okay.
Climb up.
The irony in all this is, once they figured it wasn't the Jewish people, poisoning them, spreading Black Plague, or whatever their dumbass reason was, these motherfuckers decide to look into other means of figuring out what was causing the Black Plague. And when I say other means, I'm talking about, like, they were looking into astrology, they were looking into basically fucking witchcraft, sorcery, which again is ironic because that fucking, at this time, right? That's what would get you to get burnt. That was heresy right there. That was grounds for you to get burnt to the stake for practicing witchcraft, sorcery, whatever you want to call it. So it's just all so hypocritical. There's a paper or this website that I was looking at. It talks about how, like, that point history in time where Christians were burning Jews to the stake, this also was a fuel for basically witchcraft in the 16th and 17th century. I'll put the link in the description. It's just so fascinating how, like, we study history and we look and just shit repeats itself continuously. I mean, look at what's going on today in the world right now, right? Shit is repeating itself, and the only way to change your history is to change people. But the problem is when you're trying to change an entire system, an entire way of people thinking, and there's no excuse for that. There's no excuse for people to be disgusting. There's none. Absolutely not. So, sorry, I'm not trying to get all, like, sad over here. I'm just a little heated. When I looked at that, it just reminded me of what was going on in the world. If you fucked off this video because it got too dark, sorry. Yeah, I fucking understand. Anyways, let's get back into the game. Let's just talk about the game. Alright. So after, you know, another game mechanic you saw, pushing that box or whatever and climbing into higher places. Again, this is giving me like seriously Tomb Raider vibe. I love Tomb Raider. I'm probably gonna keep bringing this up as the comparison. So, you know, sneaking and, you know, distracting guards and stuff like that. Again, we have yet to let go of our little brother's hand, which is fine. It's fine. It kind of reminds me of that game. I never played this game, but my ex-boyfriend did, and I think the game was literally called Brothers, and it's a really short game. I think it's in German or something. Like, there's no English subtitles. I don't think there is. And yeah, it's just two brothers playing the game, and it's a short video game, and spoiler alert, one of the brothers dies in the game. I don't know. I don't know why it reminded me of that, because I think the point of the game was that, like, you don't want the brothers to get separated or something like that. I don't know. I'm totally getting off in a different world and getting distracted. Anyways, let's just go ahead and continue watching. I'm just gonna go in the corner real quick and cry.
Hurry! Quickly, Hugo, please! Hugo, he's here! Hugo, do something! Run!
I told you.
I have to stop Amicia.
Oh, please, we've got to carry on! Just a little further! A dead end! We're finished!
This way. Don't be afraid. Come in.
Shh. This is the most infected part of the village. Where are they?
Listen, we'll tell Conrad we lost them. I'm not staying here.
Rest now. You're safe. They'll never come looking for you here. You're soaking. There are clothes you can change into upstairs. In a chest in the bedroom.
Are you sure? Thank you.
Okay, so the second and last curiosity for this episode is going to be here in this lady's house, right here on the dresser. And it is going to be the incense and herbs. Again, some of these items that we find are heavily based against protecting yourself from evil. Again, just basically proving that people during this time thought that the plague was caused by witchcraft and sorcery, which is really fucking stupid, and we know it was not caused by that. We also know it was not caused by Jews, because again, that's fucking stupid. Sorry, I won't get back into that rant again. Sorry. Let's continue on, guys.
That's better. What about you?
We have to go and find Mummy, Amicia.
Not yet. She told us to find Laurentius.
But that's silly. We're going to get caught.
Hugo! We're going to do what she told us, and that's it. Hugo, wait!
They fit you. Good. They belonged to my grandchildren. Oh, my name is Clairvy.
I'm Amicia, and this is Hugo. Say thank you, Hugo.
Thank you.
Clovey, what is happening here?
The plague. So many people dead. And those still alive have... But where are your parents?
At home. They're waiting for us.
We're looking for a doctor. Laurentius.
A doctor, perhaps. A man did come and help at the hospice early on. The monks might be able to tell you more, but
What?
they haven't been seen recently. No one goes near the church anymore.
It's all we have. We must go and see.
You'll die there. But no one listens to old Clary anymore, so... Anyway, I see you have a sling. You're going to need it. But it'll be no use to you in that state. Go to the backyard. You'll find some new strips of leather there. And feel free to use the workshop in the next room for your repairs.
That's very kind of you.
Okay, so another part of the game's mechanic is the ability to add, basically enhance your sling, and I'm assuming build stuff. Again, in this episode, we're just, we're enhancing our sling to be more efficient.
Let's get to work.
As I was, looking through the workshop, and you can only do this if you have like a workbench, by the way. You can see on the right hand side of the work, as you're looking at this stuff, different things to pick up. And so I'm assuming it's not just to build, like, you see how it says equipment. I'm assuming it's not just to enhance your sling, but also to build other items as well. Again, hopefully we find out more as we play through it.
So?
It's a lot better. Thank you, Clervy. Thanks for everything.
So that's where you lost them. Yeah, they won't survive long around here if you ask me.
What on earth are you doing? Put that mallet down. Are you stupid or what?
I am not stupid.
Don't shout.
Children, that's enough noise.
I want to see Mummy.
Shut up. You're going to get us killed.
Mummy will protect us.
That's enough.
I want to see Mummy.
Mummy is dead, Hugo. You'll never see her again. Or Daddy.
Amicia.
You're lying.
They were killed at the house. Both of them. So shut up.
Lying. I hate you.
Please stop.
Hugo, no! Hugo, wait! Don't go out.
Okay, just one thing I wanted to point out, because like when I first played it, I was like, okay, this is a normal interaction between siblings telling them to shut up. And then I really thought about it and it was like, wait a minute. This is the 1300s. There's no way in hell that y'all use the word shut up. So I went and double checked. I googled. I looked at 4 different things, and most of the things that I looked up said that the first use of the word shut up in the sense to tell people to shut, like, stop talking, wasn't used until the 1800s. So again, inaccuracy pointed out. Notice here as I'm going through and trying to find my brother, we get more deeper into the town and looking at the deaths caused by the plague. And yeah, it's just re-emphasizing that the plague is a terrible, terrible thing. Terrible. Terrible.
And never come back.
Please, no! I didn't want to.
Amicia!
Hugo! I'm coming!
Okay, so I love female protagonists, and it's kind of hard to not compare it to Tomb Raider, who obviously those games are, not the first, but definitely very famous female protagonist games. And so what I liked about Tomb Raider, the reboot, is when she does her first kill, she throws up, and I feel like that's probably a very accurate thing to do. I feel like I would throw up if I murdered somebody. I've never murdered anyone, by the way. Just pointing it out, if I did, I'd probably throw up.
Don't hurt him! He's just a child!
A child. Listen, when my son came back from the church, he was crying. That's when I saw the wound on his leg. The bite.
Let go of me!
I buried him the next day, and I swore I'd kill the demons who caused his death. I'm gonna start with you.
Okay, so this guy Conrad, right, he was the guy that started all the villagers to be like, hey, let's chase these kids and murder them. So, he is our mini-boss for this episode. Now, in order to beat him, it took me a while to figure out, one, that I had to make sure that the first, you need to aim, and you'll know you're aiming it on the right spot once your cursor is yellow. Now, to make sure you hit it accurately, you want to make sure that that diamond box goes all the way, shrinks down all the way to yellow. So basically what you want to do is you want to aim, and then you want to hold, basically wait till it gets to a more accurate position to hit him. And so what you're basically aiming for, you can see the circular parts of his armor. That's what you're aiming for. So basically you're trying to get all his armor off, so he will be more, his skin will be more exposed to basically you murdering him again with a rock. More David and Goliath type of fighting, but hey, I'm for it. It's different. Why the fuck not? The first time I was trying to get through this, I died because one, I was trying to figure out, and then I was trying to be a badass and be like, fuck you, close up, and then I just got murked, as you can clearly see right here. So I had to start all over again and basically do it again, figure it out, and once I figured out how to do it, I was like, wow, I'm an idiot. This is probably the easiest fucking boss throughout this whole game. So now I'm just like questioning my own ability. Again, I think the sling is different. I like that it's different. It was just, I'm trying to get used to using it compared to, you know, my other games that I play where I either use a bow or a gun or, you know, a bow or a gun to murder people. So yeah, yeah. I mean, I play wholesome games like Sims. I don't like murdering people in Sims. I'm not a freaking weirdo like that. I mean, if you're into killing people in The Sims, I mean, I don't really know what to say. I'm not into it, and we're just gonna stop right there. Okay? Just pointing it out. I do play wholesome games. I can't really get into Animal Crossing. I've seen my brother and sister play it, and I'm just like, this is just like if Sims and Minecraft got together and made a baby. That's pretty much what what Animal Crossing is. At least to me, that's just my interpretation of what it is. I'm not into it. If you're into it, great. I'm just not into it. Yeah, I'm a terrible human being and like my video games to include violence and murdering people. Except for Sims, because I like making the outfits. Obviously. Okay, anyways, back to our scheduled program of trying to beat this guy. After you finally get his armor all off, you want to aim for his head, and he dies.
Amicia. You killed him.
Come on.
Well, thank you guys again so much for watching episode 2 of Plague Tale Innocence on my channel. I really hope you enjoyed me talking and watching my gameplay through it. Again, let me know how you feel about this video layout, or how the style, comments, feedback, anything. I gladly accept all of these things. So, just friendly reminders, if you liked the video, click the like button, and if you really enjoy my content, please make sure to hit the subscribe button. And as always, everyone who is here and enjoyed or didn't enjoy, have a fucking wonderful day. And I will see y'all in the next one.